Hello Blogineers, we are in Cody, Wyoming, and we're going to show you the fun things you can do here. Our first stop is the Buffalo Bill Dam Visitor Center.
It is, it just is.
This is a concrete arched gravity dam on the Shoshone River named after the famous Wild West figure William Buffalo Bill Cody.
We're taking the golf cart to the visitor center. Buffalo Bill Dam was built in 1910, and at that time it was the tallest dam in the U.S.
Oh yeah!
And this dam was built with no steel reinforcement. See all the logs down there? Especially that huge one. So many fallen trees. By the way, oh my gosh, it's so windy. If I let go of Kalmu, he's going down there. Now we're at the Old Trail Town.
This attraction features a collection of more than 25 historic Western buildings and artifacts.
The first building is the carpenter shop. Oh yeah!
And this was one of the first buildings in Cowley, Wyoming. It's a cow with two heads.
This is a buffalo hunter's camp.
This is called the coffin skull because a guy named Alfred died from a disease in this cabin and then it became used as a skull. This is a moose and I think his snout is bigger than cow moose. Here there's a stack of antlers that makes it look like one of those public art sculptures. We're now in the cemetery, and this is the grave of John Jeremiah Liver-Eating Johnston. He would take a bite of and pretend to eat the liver of his enemies. The grave now says no more trails. I think he's had enough of it. Give Camu a Ferris wheel. This is the River Saloon, and bullet holes can be seen in the door because the Wild West. These are the cutest lamps ever. It has 3 hooves. And that is the Old Trail Town.
My favorite part was trying out the lasso and seeing all the dead animal skulls in that post office.
I like the interactive lasso exhibit and also seeing the cemetery, especially learning about the liver-eating guy. Our next stop is Heart Mountain Interpretive Center.
This is one of the 10 internment camps where nearly 14,000 people of Japanese ancestry were incarcerated over the course of World War II.
This board here says that there's a difference between internment camp and concentration camp because a concentration camp is more associated with the death camps in Europe, and then an internment camp is like this where they just house the Japanese people. And this part questions why it's called camp because it's surrounded by barbed wire. Here's a rotating exhibit. Right now it's on Bob Kuwahara and the Nisei animators. Nisei means American-born Japanese. Here's an example of a camp comic where someone is hungry but then they see the bad food and then they throw up. This is an example of the bathroom situation in the camp at Manzanar in California. We've been there before, and they had such a lack of privacy here. And that is Heart Mountain Interpretive Center.
My favorite part was the film because we got to learn what they did in the barracks and plus how they even got to the barracks.
I do think the film was the best part since it was told in first person and there were many people who were interviewed who went to the camps. And I liked all of the exhibits as well. There were some interactive ones with buttons you can press and barracks you can walk in, like the ones that are empty and the ones that are furnished. So overall, this is a great way to get history of Heart Mountain. We're using the TravelStorys app to get information about historic downtown Cody. Basically, when we walk or drive to certain locations, the TravelStorys will give us background information about the area. Right now, we're at the Cody Country Visitor Center.
With its close proximity to Yellowstone National Park, rich Western heritage, and exciting attractions and outdoor activities, Cody welcomes hundreds of thousands of visitors each year.
Our next stop on the historic downtown Cody TravelStorys tour is the Damaris House, home to the Cody Heritage Museum. This is the Damaris House that was built in 1907, and you can see back then there were very few buildings in Cody. One interesting detail about this museum is that the ground before 1930 looks like dirt, and later on it will become paved. Wyoming became a territory in 1868, and Yellowstone was designated 4 years later. There was also a prospect of gold, so that's what drew people here. Oh, this map is from 1894. Before the current newspaper in Cody, there was Shoshone Valley News, which had 3 issues and then went out of business. And now the Cody Enterprise is the oldest continually operating business.
Right now we're on dirt, but if you step on here, it's a boardwalk. Oh, this one has a cow. This one has a cow. Now we're going from boardwalk to asphalt.
Alright, now on to the next TravelStorys stop. Oh, this is where the library used to be, but now it's a pizza shop. So since this place used to be a library, when they were renovating it into a pizza shop, they found a time capsule from 1965. And inside were photos of the old library. The next stop on our TravelStorys tour is the Irma Hotel, and this was built by Buffalo Bill. It was used to accommodate travelers on the way to Yellowstone. This place is now a restaurant and used to be a saloon. That's a picture of what it looked like in Buffalo Bill's day. We're now going to check out By Western Hand.
This place preserves Western heritage and design through the celebration of past and present artisans.
This is a foosball table. It looks so pretty. I'm gonna try to solve this puzzle. Stay tuned for more videos.